Hello, everybody. Today we're going to start with Unit 11, Grammar 1. So open your books on page 159. We're going to read the theory together. What we're going to see is reported speech. So what's the form of reported speech? In reported speech, we don't use all the words and tenses of direct speech. Be careful with tenses and time or place words. So we're going to start with the tenses. To begin with, direct speech is what people actually say, okay, at the moment of speaking. And reported speech is to say what that person said at that time. That's why the basic rule is to go 1 tense backwards in reported speech, because it makes sense. You will be referring to the past. Okay, so we have to move 1 tense backwards depending on the tense that we have used in the direct speech. So if in direct speech you use the present simple, for example, I learned Japanese. In reported speech, you're going to use the past simple. So it would be, Emily said that she learned Japanese. Yes, you can see that here learn is in present simple and here it's in past simple. And the that is optional. Yes, it can be there or not. Now, if in direct speech you have the sentence in present continuous, for example, I am learning Japanese. In reported speech, it would be past continuous. So Emily said that she was learning Japanese. Good. If you have past simple, present perfect simple, or past perfect simple, the past of these tenses, yes, is past perfect simple, okay? So if you have, I learned Japanese in past simple, or I have learned Japanese in present perfect, or I had learned Japanese in past perfect, yes, simple, then in reported speech, it's going to be in past perfect simple. Emily said that she had learned Japanese. Clear. Now, the same will happen with past continuous, present perfect continuous, and past perfect continuous. In this case, the past of these tenses is past perfect continuous. So you would say, Emily said that she had been learning Japanese. Yes, when in the direct speech it was, for example, I was learning Japanese in past continuous. I have been learning Japanese in present perfect continuous, or I had been learning Japanese in past perfect continuous. Now, if you have the modal will or can, yes, the past of these modals is would or could. So if the sentence is, I will learn Japanese, then in reported speech is going to be, Emily said that she would learn Japanese. And if you have, I can learn Japanese, this would be, Emily said that she could learn Japanese. Clear? Now, if in direct speech we have the modal verb must, the past of must is have to, yes? So if it's, I must learn Japanese, in the reported speech is going to be, Emily said that she had to learn Japanese. Then, time and place words are often different because of a different perspective. And what do we mean by this? When you're referring to a place at the moment of speaking, it's like things are close to you, yes, near you. So if you say, here, yes, or this, it's because you're referring to something that is close to you. Now, if you are reporting, you're going to be referring to something in the past, which is now far away. That's why the distance, yes, regarding the place is going to change from something near to something far. And the same will apply to the time. If you were talking about something now, when you refer to that now in the past, you're going to be saying at that moment, because it's not now anymore, okay? So let's see. If in the direct speech you have here, then in reported speech, it would be there. For example, let's meet here. Luli said to meet there, okay? Good. And the same will happen with today. It will become that they, or now it will become then. And then here means en ese entonces, yes? And now can also be at that moment. Tomorrow would become the following day or the next day. If you have indirect speech next week, next month, or next year, in reported speech is going to be the following week, the following month, or the following year. If in direct speech you have yesterday, in reported speech is going to be the day before or the previous day. Now, if in direct speech you have last week, last month, or last year, then in reported speech, you would say the previous week, the previous month, or the previous year. If in direct speech you have ago, in reported speech, it would be before. If you have this or that plus a noun, in reported speech is going to be the or that. What do I mean by this? If you have this hat is yellow, Luli said, that hat is yellow, or Luli said, the hat is yellow. The then, it's a good option because it's neutral. It's not showing you distance, whereas that shows you distance, okay? So remember that you will always be far away from you, what you have said or the person has said. So you can use the, which will always be perfect. Or if not, you want to show distance, you use that, yes? With this or that, plus a subject or an object, it becomes it. With these or those plus a noun, it becomes the or those. Good, the same. These hats are yellow. Luli said, those hats are yellow, or the hats are yellow. Now, if you have these or those, yes, as a subject, this would be, it would become they. If you say, for example, you are referring to shoes. So you say, these are incredible. So you would say, Luli said, they are incredible. Okay, you can see that these in the direct speech, it's in the subject. And when we transform it into reported speech, instead of these, we're going to write they. Okay, we're going to replace it for they. The same will happen when we have these or those as an object. Object is after the verb. So if you say, I'm going to buy these. If you're referring to the shoes, no, I'm going to buy these. So Luli said she was going to buy them. All right, because the pronouns it, they, or them are neutral. Yeah, they do not show that distance. That would be everything for today. Any doubts, we'll check them in class. Complete the exercise and see you. Bye-bye.